My name is Shaleen Brahmat. I work here as an Assistant Registrar Academics in Parul University. It has been 5 years since I was entrusted with the responsibility of working as an Assistant Registrar in Parul University. Before my posting in the university, I was working as a trainer in Career Development Cell. So it has been a very fulfilling and challenging journey, and I really like working over here.
What are your roles and responsibilities to the university and the students?
As an Assistant Registrar Academics, if I talk about my responsibilities towards the university, so I help Registrar and the Central Administration, Human Resource Department in general with their day-to-day running of affairs. I also help Registrar in carrying out communication, in facilitating various projects across the university. So that is the brief outline of my work as an assistant registrar. Towards students, definitely whenever any new student joins this institution, they have to complete their enrollment. They also have to appear in the examinations. So all these procedures, they are taken care of by the office of the registrar. So we are also involved with students greatly, and we also assist them while they study, and not only during their studies, but even afterwards also when they are our alumni, we maintain our contact with our students.
How does the curriculum of your university ensure the best practice of industry?
I would say that we have formed Board of Industry Advisors. So we have currently formed this Board of Industry Advisors across 7 faculties. So how have we transformed our curriculum? These industry advisors, they participate in the curriculum design. They give their valuable feedback. They also tell us that these are industry practices which we as university need to include in our curriculum. So we listen to their feedback, and we also make efforts to incorporate all those feedbacks in our curriculum. And as a result, you will be proud to know that across we have 21 faculties and 35 academic institutions. And all of these institutions, they offer cutting-edge curriculum. And as a result of that, our students, when they graduate and when they go in the industries, they do not find themselves at sea, because they have gone through this procedure.
Any insights into how your university could be more welcoming to the students of different races or economic backgrounds?
Let me tell you, ever since we were established as university, we have been welcoming. In our first year as a university, there were about 600 students from African countries. So, and this tally, it has been increasing day by day. And in order to make them feel at home, we have also set up hospitals which contain all the basic amenities with which they are familiar in their own countries. And not only that, in terms of food also, we offer choicest cuisine with which they are comfortable. So all this care, we have taken care of these aspects. And we also have established International Students Affairs Cell. It is meant by professional people. So our foreign nationals, whenever they run across any difficulty, whenever they need their guidance in terms of teaching, in terms of extracurricular activities, they can visit this professional team at International Students Affairs Cell, and they can seek guidance. And most of the time, we have also found that foreign nationals, they have felt that it is their second home. They do not miss their home much when they visit this beautiful campus.
What is the vision for Parul University for the next 5 years? Has it evolved over the time, and how far along in implementing that vision are you?
I would say that when we were established as private university, there were only 8 faculties and 14 institutions. Now within this 5 years of our establishment, Our tally has increased to 21 faculties and 35 academic institutions. So when it was our vision that we will start developing, or we will start creating institutions which offer not only quality education, but which also brings about positive change in overall personality development of the student. So that has been our foremost vision, and most of the time, as you may have seen, that students, whenever they join any institution, they want that they are imparted education, they are imparted skills which will make them employable. So we have succeeded in doing that, and it is our vision. Though we are one of the most renowned universities across Gujarat, which offer about 250 courses, we have been coming up with a few more institutions, and definitely we are confident that they will be received well by the not only by citizenry across India, but across the world.
What would you like people to know about your university that they may not know?
Most of the time, let's say many of them, they are not aware. They often feel surprised that such a beautiful campus, it is not located in Vadodara city, but it is located outside Vadodara city. But whenever they visit it, they are mesmerized by the grandeur and lush green campus that we have. Most of the students, they also don't know that we offer multidisciplinary, degree programs. We offer degree programs, diploma programs across 21 faculties. Most of the time, students are not aware about various courses which are offered by us. We are offering courses under continuing education programs, under which we hope that students, those who are our existing students as well as outside students, they can take part in that, and they can definitely enhance their skills. University has also taken initiatives to train students who are interested in joining armed forces. So we have started classes for them. We have started training students for them. Many of them are not aware that such facility exists. Not only that, we have also started training students for competitive examinations such as GATE, GPAT, Postgraduate Common Entrance Test, CAT. We have also started training students in UPSC, GPSC syllabus. So those students who really want to make it big as IAS, IPS, IFS officers, they can definitely find strong ground through this. So not many students are aware that we offer such facilities. And this campus, why do I consider it the best campus? Because it offers plethora of courses. It also offers services. Let's say we have tennis court, we have fitness center, we have banking facilities, we also offer transportation facilities, and around 10,000 students can live on the campus. So whenever any student enters into the campus, I think that they do not hardly feel the need to visit outside market, because all is available over there. So yes, it is one of the best things that our campus has to offer.
What do you see are Parul University's greatest strengths, and how can they be enhanced?
I would say that Parul University, I would start one of the best state-of-the-art infrastructural facilities that you will not find. I don't think so that there will be other institutions which may possess this. Our second greatest strength lies in the fact that most of our faculties, they are from renowned institutions such as IISc, NIT, IIT, and our students benefit a lot by studying under their guidance, by seeking their guidance. The other strength that we have is in terms of our connection with the industry. We have we have entered into MOUs of about 600 companies, which also include Alembic Pharmaceutical, Mahindra and Mahindra. So with this renowned institutions, we have entered into MOUs, and we have taken benefit, we have derived huge benefit through their association. We also offer student exchange, faculty exchange program at level which no other institution can match. So we have established, or let's say we have entered into MOUs with more than 50 institutions across abroad, and no other institution can just match up to that. So these are few of the advantages that Parul University offers, and we are definitely building upon that in the years to come.
What are some of the biggest challenges you see, both for higher education in general and for Parul University specifically?
Let's say it is often argued that today's graduates, let's say be it arts graduate, commerce graduates, they do not possess necessary skills which can, help them secure employment after their graduation or post-graduation. So I think we have tried to address this problem by seeking inputs from the industry and by incorporating those inputs in our syllabus. So most of the students, those who have studied at Parul University, at least very few of them may have found it difficult to secure employment. We have also, the other challenge that we have is many of the students, they have entrepreneurial ambitions, dreams, but they do not find the correct guidance. They do not find mentors who can help them in their pursuits. Fortunately, we have set up EDC, and EDC has been instrumental in helping students, in helping 25 to 30 students initiating their own startups. The other I would say is those students who are from vernacular medium, they often find it difficult to communicate in English. I guess that also hampers their chances of securing employment in companies. We have set up career development cell, which helps students acquire proficiency in English, and not only in English, but in German and French from the start of the course till they complete their studies. So I think these are few challenges that students may face, but definitely there are ways through which they can overcome those challenges.
What valuable advice would you like to give to the students for them to have a prosperous career ahead?
I would say that students, they are just 18 years old. And if I talk about diploma, they are 16 years old. So most of the time when they enter into the college, they have this, they have gained an idea about college that it will be a very beautiful place where we will meet and we will meet our soulmate and we will fall in love with them. And there is nothing to do in the college except to sit in the canteen. So I would suggest that you please get rid of those notions as early as possible, because in college you have to work as hard as you did during schools, and you must take responsibility for your own learning at the college. Because let's say if you waste this 4 years, then it is guaranteed that for the next 40 years of your life, you will have to toil, and we cannot afford that, because it is once in a lifetime opportunity and we should not waste it.
What are some plans that you're currently or will be designing for Parul University International Affairs or students?
International students, let's say, we are trying to invite more and more students. At present, we have students from 56 different nationalities across the globe. But it is our dream, because Government of Gujarat, they had started study in Gujarat campaign. We were one of the lead partners. We also conducted events not only across India, but abroad also, and we have received huge response. Unfortunately, due to pandemic situation, most of the students who are desirous of studying in the university, they have certain difficulties in coming to the campus. But as I said, we have been the lead partner. We have promoted awareness about what Parul University is and about advantage of studying in Parul University, and it has been received well by the students. And we also take care, while designing syllabus, we also take care of the fact that when students, international students, after studying here, when they go back to their country, they should not find difficulty in securing employment opportunity. So we have also dealt with this, and as I said, these are our efforts that we have initiated to welcome more and more students across the globe.
How has higher education has been impacted by COVID? What are the changes you have made at Parul University to make sure the students receive the best education even during the pandemic?
I would say that as soon as the lockdown was imposed, we were the first institute which started offering online education to our students. We invested heavily in improving our digital infrastructure so that our students they can be offered this unhindered education. And not only that, this pandemic situation, we have tried to offer, let's say there are, I would say that around 500 to 600. Nowhere you would find that such higher number of webinars being organized. So our students, they have also received expert knowledge by participating in this webinar, and ours was the first institution, I would say first few of those institutions which have conducted online examination for more than 25,000 students, which is definitely a huge feat to achieve. And we did not have any difficulties, and we also did not resort to easier option of mass promotion for all the students. We made sure that students are evaluated and then they are promoted to higher semesters. So during pandemic, we have invested hugely in terms of our digital infrastructure. We have also offered scholarships to those students who did not or who were not in a position to pay their fees. So this is how we have tried to help students in this pandemic situation. And those students who were stranded in hostels, we tried to help them by providing them services, and we have tried to help them reach their home. So we have just done this. I mean, it is okay. We have done it for our students, and I guess it is better. Whatever we do for our students, it is less.
What are your thoughts about NEP 2020 and how will it impact students?
I would say that National Education Policy 2020, it is envisaged to make students, let's say, it offers students opportunities to not only learn discipline-specific courses, but it is also envisaged that they can take up courses in other disciplines also. So NEP has provided students an opportunity to learn, or let's say to ensure that their all-round development. It is up to students to make use of these opportunities. The other thing I would say is in NEP there has been an emphasis on improving cross-enrollment ratio. It is estimated that around 80 lakh students, they enter into primary, and by the time you look at their enrollment in higher secondary, the number drops to 58 lakhs. And when you look at the higher education, it is just about 20-25 lakhs. So NEP has tried to address these problems by, let's say, it has provided for a degree with research. It is stated that whenever you pursue any degree, if you go out of the system after 1 year, you will still be awarded diploma, which was not the case earlier. And if you complete 3-year course, then after you will be awarded graduate degree. But if you make it to the other course which will be devoted to the research, then you will be awarded degree with research. So these are few points which will definitely, or which make NEP one of the most successful. I hope that it will be successful and it will be received well by the students.
How has NEP 2020 impacted the curriculum, teaching style, and the education structure at Parul University?
It is still in the development stage. We have formed our committees to implement it fully. So we have started our work. But as I said, even before implementation of this policy, we have sought feedback from our alumni as to how we can improve our curriculum, how we can improve our services. We have also sought inputs from employers also as to what do they require in terms of our students. So we have made those changes which are already provided in the NEP. And as I said, it is still proposed. The committees, various committees are at place, and we have started the procedure of implementing it in our university to the full extent.
What are the various academic partnerships Parul University has to offer? Has the pedagogy of learning at Parul University changed post-COVID?
Pedagogy, I would say that whenever we say that post-COVID, but I guess we are just going through COVID, because not many, or let's say, though we have started our institutions except Ayush courses and medical, other students, they have not recently joined. But we are confident that they will join soon. And I would say that pedagogy has not changed much. COVID has not impacted it, except we started offering online education. Previously, all our education was through offline mode. Now we have started, we used the situation to our best advantage. We have started offering courses through offline. So there has been a significant change in terms of pedagogy. And I would also say that previously, while the offline work was going on, students, they did not get many opportunity to just attend seminars or webinars organized by academicians, researchers. Now this situation has enabled them, right? Just at their mobile, they hold the key to participate in such thought-provoking and enriching seminars. So these are few significant changes during COVID pandemic situation.